What's up, everybody? I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight to the Let's Talk Tuesday First Amendment podcast. I want to introduce myself. I am the announcer, the promoter. Y'all know who I am. It's the Duck. Now, coming to the stage is Dominique and his friend Datisha.
Man, what's good, everybody, what is good? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Dominique with the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. Now, I wasn't going to come on today, but I had to, because you know the Chiefs, they lost. I don't know what else to say. You know, Patrick Mahomes, y'all still my team now. Now, I ain't going to lie. I am a supporter, not a fan, but I'm a supporter. You know, because I live in the city. I do believe that y'all should have won that game. It's no two ways about it. But it is what it is. So, on to other news. I'm going to keep the background up because it is the Chiefs. That is who I'm going to rock with. Kendra says, hey, yeah, y'all made it. So, what y'all don't know, if you don't know, you already know, it's going to know, it is tax season. Y'all know for the last 2 years that I've been doing this show, I have been preaching about not letting your cousin Datisha Bushaquan do your darn taxes. Just because she took a 20-minute YouTube video does not mean she is a tax professional. That's just all I'm saying, people. She is not a tax professional. She's not. And then when you get audited by the people, then you're going to be saying, woe is me, I should have never done this. Y'all need to stop going to these janky H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt. They are robbing you. They are, I don't know, people. But that's okay. I am going to do something for y'all. What y'all don't know is I got my man, my tax professional. His name is Mike E. Reeves. If you don't know who Mike Reeves in the city, you born up under a rock, you're blind, you don't know nothing, you just been going about things the wrong darn way. So I got hip to this guy from a friend of mine, probably about 7-8 years ago. And he's been doing my taxes ever since. Like, literally. I mean, the dude is so cool. I'm going to briefly tell you a little bit about his company, where y'all can find him at, and I'm going to bring the man on himself. So, the name of his company is called the KC Tax Factory Plus. It's located in Shawnee at 12460 West 62nd Terrace, 2nd floor, Suite A. His mission statement is our mission is to help take the fear and anxiety out of filing taxes and provide the most favorable outcome for our clients with impeccable service and exceptional value. We offer all the same premium products and services as much larger firms while saving you the time and money, including we have all the knowledge and expertise and insurance, accurate rates, and all that old good stuff. They are fast, they're friendly, they're professional staff, easily scheduling, in-office appointments, drop-offs, virtual times available for walk-ins, always welcome, free no obligation review, 15 years plus experience, no upfront fees, same day refund, advance up to 50%, filing for all 50 states, audit protection available with Notary Republic. Whatever you get done, I'm just letting you know, he's a shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't like coming on like this, but he is the shit. I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm not going to toot his own horn. I am going to let y'all decide for yourself. Now, I'm just going to tell y'all personally, he's been my tax guy for almost 8 years, and he has provided so much knowledge and wealth and understanding as far as with these taxes. Now, y'all know all of y'all that got some of these PPP loans, this stimulus money that you ain't done right. You claiming your brother's kids and all that. That's your business. That's your business. But one thing I will tell you, though, playing with the government and playing with these taxes ain't no joke. So I'm going to bring him on. I'm just going to let him talk for himself because his reputation speaks for it on. So we're going to bring on no other than my guy, Mike Reeves. What's up, Mike?
Is
What,
that English you're speaking?
on Fridays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
Okay,
So what's going on with you, Mike?
I can't understand you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you,
Uh
but it
huh.
sounds like you're playing a record like too slow.
Too slow. That's probably your headphones and
Oh,
stuff. I mean, I just had to bring you in right, man. That's all it is.
give me a second here. Hang on, hang on.
He's gonna do. He should have did it on his laptop. I mean, he act like he's not professional. Like he ain't got
I
40, 50
can't.
million laptops around. So he's gonna be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and let him tap on in. But real quickly, y'all, I'm just gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna read y'all a little bit about him. He said he's lived in Midwest KCMO most of his life. He did a stint in the Army after high school, graduated BS in telecommunications management from Dubai in 2002. Started his own tech firm shortly after that. First big client he had was a tax guy who made quite an impression on them. Intelligent, business savvy, the real deal. Taught me a lot. After a few years of working with him, I knew what I wanted to do. First year was 2006. I processed 37 clients returns out of my home. The rest, as they say, is history. Is that better, Mike? Can you hear me, Mike? I don't know what's going on.
All right, so maybe I'm just not. I'm a rookie now. I ain't done this once before, so I feel like I might be doing something wrong because you sound a little distorted to me.
I sound
Like you might.
distorted. Are you using your headphones
You're
or
kind of.
Bluetooth? Are you using your laptop or are you using your phone?
You're killing me over here. Hang on.
I don't know. He's gonna work it out. We did come on. Can you hear
All
me
right.
now? Is it better?
Hmm.
He says he's a rookie, y'all, but we gonna work it out. So he's.
I can see you, and I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me?
you,
You
but you
can't hear
sound
me?
really distorted. I can't understand what you're saying.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me now?
Are you using a voice box? You using trick voices on me? You trying to confuzzle me?
All right, hold on 1 second here.
I apologize to your fans and followers.
We're gonna do some
I
switching
mean,
around, y'all.
so much trouble. See, I can hear all that. I can hear everything you're doing. It just sounds a little crazy to me in my head.
All right, Mike, can you hear me?
Still distorted.
Still distorted? Okay, so that might be the device that you're using. Are you using your phone or are you using your laptop? You might have to plug in with headphones. It doesn't always work well with Bluetooths.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great.
Well, I am terribly sorry because something is very distorted here. Hold on a second. Let me try. Are you coming out here to tell me something? Do I
So
sound
what?
crazy?
As he said he
I
can
can't
see
hear
me
him.
in
If you
the
can hear him,
comments. Maybe text him. What's going on?
you can hear him just fine. Then I need your phone because I can't hear him.
All right, so we're gonna take him out real quick. All right, y'all, we're gonna take him out real quick. He's gonna come back though. It's not a problem. We're gonna bring him back, but he is gonna come onto the show. He is my tax guy. We hold on. What's going on, Mike?
Okay.
He's new at this, y'all. I promise y'all,
Okay, hold
he's new
on.
at this.
Hold on. I'm gonna take this headset off.
Okay, he's gonna take the headset off.
Okay, hang on.
So April says, "How am I doing?" April, I'm doing really good. Really, really good. We gonna text him. He said he can see the comments, but that's okay though. We gonna make it happen here. Okay, I can't
All
hear you
right.
now.
All right. So can
I
you
can
hear
hear you
me?
now. I can hear you now. We
Okay.
had this
Well.
working, y'all. I promise y'all we did. Use your laptop.
Okay.
Use your. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And
So
now
we're
just having
good.
a little trouble. You gonna have to move a little closer with that, babe.
So are we good now?
Honey.
He's calling his honey. I promise y'all we had this working.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I'm gonna try this again.
All right. He's gonna try it again, y'all. He's old school with the
Okay.
Bluetooths.
Say something.
Can you hear me now?
All right. Hold on a second.
So as he's doing that, I'm gonna bring him back, y'all. So, yes, he is a tax professional. He's one of the best at what he does. If you have any questions regarding your taxes and stuff like that, I want you to hit me up. DM me, do what you do. Let me know. I'm gonna make sure that his information is in the description below. I'm gonna put his address here. So everybody can see what I'm talking about here. Oh yes, she said I need it. Oh, I got you. Guess what? And he works, and he's here. I promise you, he's gonna get you in the game wherever you at, rain, sleet, or snow. He's gonna get you in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and put his information, and I'm gonna scroll it down at the bottom so y'all can have all of his information. Are you back, Mike? Yeah. Oh yes, she said I need. No, I got you. Guess what? And he works. So are you back, Mike? I promise you. Wherever you at, rain, sleet, or snow, he's gonna get you in the game. I'm gonna go ahead and put his information.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Can you
Yes,
hear
I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you.
I can't imagine it's because both of us trying to do
I can hear you just fine.
it. Hold on a second.
There we go.
Okay, yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, just pay attention to that.
I can't imagine it's because both of us trying to do it.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. So there's a little break in between. There's a little lag.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, just pay attention to that.
All right, so tell people about yourself,
I can hear you just fine. Okay.
what you do, and why you do what you do.
There's a little break in between. There's a little lag.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alright, so tell people about yourself, what you do, and why you do what you do.
There's a little break in between. There's a little lag.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay. So here's the deal. You can't see my name up there. My name is Mike Reeves. I own the KC Tax Factory. I've been doing taxes for about 20 years now. The last 15 of which have been as the KC Tax Factory. My office is located in Shawnee. My first delving into this business was not to do taxes. I graduated with a degree from DeVry. I did computer stuff. I opened my own little tech firm. My first big client was a tax guy. So I set his office up. He liked what I did. He said, I know this sounds crazy, but you might be good at doing taxes. I said, well, I plan on taking the world over with technology so I can hack into stuff and get everybody money. That was the original plan. But then, of course, when that didn't pan out, I said, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. So he said, when I got done setting this stuff up, bring me your taxes. Let me take a look at them, see if I can help you with them. So I did that. Okay, me thinking I'm the smart guy that I am, I got myself a nice little refund, about $1,100. Felt like I really did something. When I went in there, he was like, hey, You know what? I don't see none of your business stuff on your tax return. I said, hey, no. You're supposed to keep that stuff on the low. He said, no, that's a mistake a lot of us make, is not putting that in there. So he educated me. When he was done, he had almost tripled my refund. So I was like, teach me, Obi-Wan. And the rest was history. I worked a few years for him, got out on my own. Like I said, in that little deal extension, my first year I did taxes out of my house, I did 37 clients. And last year I did 459. So we're growing big. I have a full-time employee that works for me. My wife is my office manager. So the reason I got into taxes after that is because of what he showed me. Because the year before I'd gone to H&R Block, I don't mind saying their name on the deal. I thought they were really rude. They didn't explain anything. They told me, leave your stuff, come back in a couple of days, we'll have a return for you. I didn't know anything about what they were doing. They didn't explain anything. So that's what I do different. Of course, I'm not trying to teach clients how to do taxes. That defeats the purpose of me. But I want you to understand why you're getting what you're getting. When your refund changes, I'm able to explain why it changed. I want you to understand why you do or why you get what you get on your taxes. Because ultimately, a lot of people don't understand this. You are responsible for what's on your tax return. No matter what your tax guy did, you are the one that's responsible. So you got to find somebody you can ask questions, that you can watch work, that don't mind signing his work and that stands behind his work. So that's me. I just felt like this guy did that for me. And as a business, it is just, for me, it works great. It's my thing. I love it now. And when people come to me and tell me their last tax person they didn't do this, or they went someplace else and they weren't happy with the results, I want to help them get their taxes fixed. So and when people come to me, not like a superhero. I mean, even though you can see that in the background, if you ever been to the office, you kind of know what I'm into. I do the comics and the action figures and all that stuff. But I mean, I love what I do, which helps. But I just want people to get the best result that they can get for the best price, and that's what we do.
I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. He's lying. He's a superhero because he done saved me so much money. He done saved others so much money. You know, they're very professional. When you go to H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, they just take your stuff and throw it in the folder and be like, bye. That's all they say, bye. And they don't tell you where it's coming from, what's this, what's that. Look, y'all, I got a book. Let me pull it up. I got my book. Okay, he's so professional. He got the spring, the spiral joint to hold it together. It ain't paper clips, y'all. That is professional. He gives you a booklet, yo. What I mean by a booklet, he explains where all your money coming from. Now he gonna tell you, you can claim your brother's kids, but this is gonna happen.
And it's a different color every year.
I get a new one every year. I don't go to nobody else. I promise you, I have driven in snow to go get my taxes done. Y'all think I'm playing. He'll tell you. Last year, did I not drive in snow? There you go. Right there. I got the green one because I got a green background. But yes, you get a booklet, yo. You get a new one every year. Hey, listen. He sends you a postcard on Christmas just to check on you, make sure you're coming back.
Right.
I like that.
The new ones are red, and every year it's a different color.
I like that because the other people just throw your stuff in the folder, don't tell you how much you're getting. They tell you how much they taking, but they don't tell you how much you're getting.
There you go.
They say what you owe, you gonna owe. But I promise you, y'all, I went to Jackson Hewitt. I looked at this mess and I was like, this is not right, man. Something gone. So a friend of mine, Natasha, she worked for him. She was the secretary answering phones. We was having a conversation one day, and she's like, yo, you need to check out this guy. From the first meeting, I've been there ever since. Although I have not gotten my t-shirt, With the KC Tax Factory on it, I have been a loyal customer for almost 8 years. I'm just telling you, I still ain't got my T-shirt. I want my T-shirt. That's just all I'm saying. That's just all I'm saying. Okay, so with all the stimulus packages that's come,
Oh, hey, I
oh,
got some swag. I got you for the next time you come in.
all right, that's what I'm talking about. You know what? I should go get my cup. I got my black cup from last time. I still got my cup. That's just all I'm saying. I still got my cup, my little black cup with the hand sanitizer and all that old type of stuff. Yo, these professional, they
There you
COVID
go.
safe. They are all of that. So, with all, are there any new tax laws that people need to be aware about, especially during the
Yes.
pandemic and stuff like that? And with everything that's going on, are there any new tax laws that people need to worry about? Especially during the pandemic and stuff like that, and tax laws that people need to worry about.
Okay. Well, obviously, the newest big thing is the advanced child tax credit, which they paid out based on how many dependents and your dependent's age. So from the previous year, the advanced or the child tax credit was $2,000 per child. They bumped that up to 3,600, and then they paid half of it as the advance, which came monthly starting last June until December, and then the rest you get when you file your taxes this year. Now the thing is, you have to know what that number is because it's based on your child's age. So if you may have gotten 1,800 per child, you may have gotten 1,500 per child. They should have sent you a document or a letter to show that. And then the other thing that you have to track on this year's tax return is the stimulus, the last one that was 1,400 per qualifying family member. Now, again, you don't pay taxes on it and you don't owe anything on it. The reason we ask you about it because if you didn't get it, when we file your tax return, that's when they will pay you that money that's missing. So if you didn't get your stimulus or you didn't get all your child tax credit or you had a kid during 2021 that didn't even register when they were paying out the advanced child tax credit, you'll get all of that when you file your taxes this year. Other than that, the only other thing is they're still not making a big deal about your health insurance anymore because for a while that was a big deal, and if you didn't have it, it was a penalty, and they had all these rules attached to it. But that's not the case anymore. So either you have it or you don't, and it doesn't affect your tax return. The only thing that it would benefit is if you actually pay the premiums out of your own pocket. Otherwise, it doesn't have any effect on your tax return. Everything else is pretty normal. The only thing is, and I've only seen this a couple of times this year, you have to be careful because of what has changed with Venmo and the crypto and all the other ways to make money other than a W-2 and a 1099. The IRS is tracking that income if they can. So in other words, if you got an official document, so if somebody paid you and then they gave you a statement to show that they paid you, the IRS has a copy of that same statement. And twice already this year, when I filed tax returns, if somebody didn't have all of those things in there, it would get kicked back and it would say, the error message would be, what we have on file for your total income doesn't match what you're filing for your total income. Now, granted, this was for a 1099 for unemployment and then a state refund. If it may not catch all of the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App stuff just yet, but that is the plan that they're trying to do to track that other income. Now, of course, if you're all cash based, the only person who knows how much money you made is you, but still, those things you might have to keep track of going forward.
Okay, that's what's up. Because a lot of people don't know that number that you're talking about with the children and stuff like that. They just been collecting money, and now they're gonna be mad at you. You might need to hire security. That you're talking about with the children and stuff like that. They just been collecting money, and now they're gonna be mad at you. You might need to hire security. I'm available. I'm available. I'm available.
Wife got you.
I'm just letting you know I'm available for security if you need me in the situation.
Okay. Okay. Now on that, now even though they should have the letter based on their child's age, and if you claim them on that previous year's taxes, our system should be able to calculate how much you were supposed to get. So again, if it's not 100% right, it may cause a delay. But in most cases, what the system will do is when we put in the numbers, it knows how much money you're supposed to be getting. It knows how much money it's paid you. So the number, it won't accept anything else. So, like if you had two kids and you were supposed to get 1,800 apiece, it would show that they paid you $3,600, and then you're getting another $3,600 for those two kids when you file your tax return this year. So, I mean, we have some, things in place that'll help us for clients that get that. But for the most part, and there's no way to kind of screw it up. So in other words, if you don't know, you had two kids, then we know what it's supposed to be. The worst, the biggest difference could be it because of your child's age, you're getting 1,500 versus 1,800, and vice versa. But for the most part, we know the amounts, so the system will calculate it based on that. And then, of course, there's ways to check because you can actually go out to the IRS's website, put in your information, and it'll tell you what you should have received already. Same thing. Same thing. It should be for the stimulus. Sometimes it gets a little quirky, but all that information should be available to the taxpayer. Worst case scenario, we could check it for you when you come to the office.
Okay, that's a good thing because a lot of people don't be keeping their paperwork. A lot of these baby mamas and stuff don't know nothing. They just been getting the money and going about their business and stuff like that. I keep all my paperwork. I ain't gonna lie. I got a file cabinet. You know, listen, I'm so bad I will call Mike in the off season. Mike, the people gonna give us some money. What should I do? I'm just saying. I love the fact that you are available for all of your clients, and to see that you have done 400 some odd clients, man. Come on, man. That's great. That is beautiful, man. How do you attribute
Yes.
your growth in your business and stuff like that? What has made your business grow?
Yes, it is. Okay, so even though I do the postcards and I do the flyers, the main thing that pushes my business is word of mouth. And that's huge because, and I know we joke about it, but the truth of the matter is, and I shouldn't have to throw the best legal result, but the truth of the matter is, I know what you can do and what you can't do. I know what you can. Well, you can fudge that a little bit, but I wouldn't mess with this. Those kind of things. You want your tax guy, whether he does those kind of things or not, he needs to know. So if he does something that's going to get you in trouble, which I don't do, because again, jokingly we say this all the time, if you get in trouble, you can't come back. I get you thrown in jail. I get you where you get jammed up by the IRS and got to pay thousands of dollars in taxes. You're not going to come back, and then all I get is your fee for 1 year. It's not worth it to cheat you. So I want to do the best thing I can for you so you can go tell your friend and your cousin and your sister-in-law and your dad and everybody, your coworkers. You hear people talking at lunch about they need their tax done. Dude, I got a guy for you. And then they holler at me. And the other thing is what I said. I stand behind my work, and then I'm available for you if you have questions during the off season, because taxes aren't just at tax time. Because like you said, I had people call, they go, hey, I'm getting a disbursement from a retirement. Do I pay the taxes? And everybody's situation is different. So each situation is different, which is the other big thing. And so we handle them differently. So, okay, you're getting this much. I tell you, you need to take taxes, or you don't have to worry about that on this. If you need to take taxes, I tell you, hey, you get to make sure you pay the taxes, because you're going to have the taxes for federal and for state and the penalty. Now, with that being said, I am an advisor and a consultant. And I say that because I have given out tons of advice when people ask and I tell them exactly what to do, and then they don't do it. And then they come in and go, why do I owe all this money? Well, you remember when you called me in the summer and said, I'm getting this money, and I said, make sure you take the taxes and pay the penalty, and you didn't? Well, that's what you're paying right now. So, again, I don't knock anybody. Everybody's situation is different. You got to do what you got to do. But at least I'm letting you know why. If something happens on your taxes and you go, wait a minute, I got X amount last year, why is it only this? If your tax guy can't explain those differences to you and it makes sense to you, then you're going to the wrong tax guy. And I'm not knocking anybody's guy, but the way things are with taxes and finances, you got to be, your guy's got to know what he's telling you so you can understand what you're doing from this year to the next year, what your next step is. So if you wanted to start your business, you want to be an LLC, you want to do, hey, I want to start my own deal, what do I need to do? Those are the things we help people with. And again, we just advise. And if you like what you hear, again, come back and see us and we can help you with the next level. So that's what we do. We want you to be customers for life.
So basically, if Datisha gets $5,000 and she got 12 kids, she don't need to be going to go buy no Dodge Charger and spend all that damn money, and she got more kids than the car can handle. That's the advice you give, right?
Stop. Okay. Again, advice. I say, okay, you're getting 12 grand back. That's easily enough to buy a cash car and then put some money in the bank. And but again, we can't. I think that's the toughest role, and I don't want to stereotype, but it's the toughest role we have as African Americans is having somebody else tell us what to do with our money. Whether you trust your tax guy or not, if I'm telling you you should put that money away, you should invest it, everybody nods in the office. But when they're done, it's like, okay, you went off and did all the stuff you asked me about, and I said don't do. I mean, but the other thing, and I this is another one of those kind of sticky areas. You see, feel free talking about it. Everybody's tax return is different. So if your cousin got two kids just like you, and she got 8,000 and you got 4,000, it's because your tax returns are different. So when she get her money, she can't go tell you, girl, take your two kids down there, you're gonna get 8,000 too. That is not accurate. Everybody's tax return is gonna be different. The kids could be different ages, she have different income. There could be multiple factors that are going to make those different. Everybody's tax return is different all the time from year to year. So you can't go, even if you made the same amount of money in 2020 as you did in 2021, the tax laws change, stuff has changed with your kids. You might have other deductions coming out of your check. So the results are going to be different. The other little thing that I run into, and I have to explain this to people all the time, is when they come in, you've gone out online and plugged some of your information into TurboTax, and it gives you an estimate, and it says you're getting $11,000 back. But you didn't put the unemployment in. You didn't put your stimulus information in correctly. You didn't put the advanced child tax credit in. So when you come to me and I put all of your information in, you're only getting 8, and now you're mad. So just be careful with that. You got to make sure, because a lot of times when people see the number get really big, they stop right there. And then they call their friend and say, I'm about to get $12,000. Call up the car dealership.
Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. So once you already file your taxes, can you amend your taxes, or once it's in, it's done, It is what it is, and you got to wait till next year to correct the mistake.
Once you already filed your taxes, can you amend your taxes? Or once it's in, it's done. It is what it is. You got to wait till next year to correct the mistake.
No. You can file an amendment. It's just so I charge a little fee for an amendment, and it's not based on if you're getting money or not. It's just we have a fee for the amendment because there's paperwork to file. But you have to be careful because again, in the past, based on the way they track income. So let's say it's another one of these things I run into. People will come in, run the numbers, and then they've got like a W two that only paid them like $4,000, and then they're not getting as much of a refund as they thought. So they're like, "Can I just not count that $4,000?" And I'm like, "It doesn't work like that." Now, then they'll go, "Okay, well, pretend you didn't see this," and then I pretend I don't see it, and you file it, and then okay, so even if you get away with it and they give you the money, eventually the IRS will find it. And what'll happen is they'll come back and they'll want what they paid you over. They'll want it back. Now, that type of amendment we file, and then you also, so let's say you didn't do it on purpose. You forgot one of your 1099s, not on purpose. It just came after you filed. You didn't know you were getting it. Same thing. You come in, we file the amendment. Now, here is the thing. In my experience, in all the years I've been doing taxes, unfortunately, because of the way the IRS operates and some of the mentality in that bureau, if you omit something from your tax return, they never assume it's a mistake.
Wow.
So it's they're gonna. It depends on how they look at it, but most of the time they assume there's intent behind the fact that you omitted this. And the IRS is just like any other company. So you've got people on one side of the office that are close to retirement and they don't care. Everything that comes across their desk, they stamp it and it's good to go. And then you also have guys that are there or people that are there bucking for promotion. So they're going over your stuff with a fine tooth comb and they're like sending out letters a week after you send your return in. You're getting a letter going, wait a minute, it was only off by $6, but they want to take action right now. So it just depends. But the best course of action is always make sure you're straight with your stuff. And that's what we try to do for you.
So basically, Julio and Datisha and Shaquana, put all your kids in there. Don't be holding nothing back because they will come get you. We trying to tell you that. Stop listening to people that have took the YouTube course and don't know what they talking about. The man's been doing this 20 plus years. This is how you know he good. This is all he do all year. He work 4-5 months out the year, then he go buy a bunch of Marvel and DC stuff the rest of the year. That's how you know he good. That's just all I'm saying. That's it. That's it. If you go to his office, you will see what I'm talking about. I didn't know he was into Marvel and DC. If you look behind him, like he got it all over the place, y'all.
He got to the spot.
Okay, so outside of taxes, what else do you like to do for fun? Tell us how you got into the Marvel and DC and stuff. And what else you like to do for fun besides taxes?
Okay. Okay. Well, I started collecting comics as a kid, and the reason is because, and again, I don't know how relevant this is. When I was a kid, I was scrawny. I was a very small kid. I got picked on. But when I graduated from high school, I weighed 116 pounds. I started collecting comics when I was in grade school. I lost some of that collection, and then I started again when I was in high school. And then I'd say by the time I got in the Army, I was hardcore into it. And right now, I'd say I probably have between 3,000 and 3,500 comic books, and then probably 100, 150 like graphic novels, like the bigger, thicker ones. And then just probably 3, 4, 5 years ago, got into the action figures 3 years ago, and it just went crazy. And I love it. It's just very cool. And the, I mean, again, as a comic book geek, I mean, I totally get into the comic books. And of course, I love all the movies on both sides, DC and Marvel. But I mean, it's, dude, this is a dark side. 13 and a half inches tall. This thing is huge. Look at that. I love it. It's so cool. And of course, I have him in my office, and I have him in my man cave. I got helmet. I don't even want to get started. But anyway, I like the deals now because it's more of a, because I can set them up and do scenes from like the movies, and I own most of the stuff from the movies. And this is my newest fetish. It's what they call build a figure. So you buy the action figure, and of course he's an action figure all by itself. And then inside there's a piece to make another action figure. And then with all these pieces, like all the pieces in here created this guy. All these pieces made that guy. Hold on, I'm trying to find my. And this one. This is my favorite. All right, you started this. Don't make that face. This is Galactus. I think he's going to be the next big bad guy in the Marvel Universe. So if any of you comics, this guy, 18 inches tall. That's with the spikes. So he was a build-a-figure. So the arms and everything was separate in 8 different figures. Anyway, I got DC stuff too. So I got Batman.
Mike, this is why I love you, man. I swear,
So like
you
I
the
said, like you
biggest kid.
said, if you come to the office, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. Because I got murals on the wall.
Listen, I don't care about. Look, I want you to go get your taxes done by a professional, somebody who knows what they're doing. But prepare to laugh and be wild. You be like, this is a damn big ass kid. I don't know what the hell. It's just, he know what he doing. I mean, but I will tell you this much though. If he is such a nerd with the action figures, just as much as he's a nerd with the taxes. That's why I like it, because he's into it. He's enthused about it. I went to so many tax people that sit there and got liquor in front of them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't know what they is not interested. They can't explain nothing. They just throw it in the folder and go. I can't do that with my money. I'm sorry. I just can't do it with my money, man. But like seriously, if you go to his office, it's a huge man cave. He got stuff everywhere. And listen, and he got complimentary
I've got
water.
one last thing I want to throw out here. All right, and then I got one last little tidbit I want to throw out. And this is important because I tell this even to my clients. You are not obligated to get your taxes done by anybody. By that I mean, and this includes me. So you go to H&R Block, and even though you're not exactly on point, you know you should be getting at least 4 or 5,000 because you got 2 kids, and because your income, you should at least that. This guy sitting by, or this person, individual sitting behind the desk, works on your taxes for an hour and a half, comes back with a refund of $900. You're not happy, but you feel like, well, he worked on them. I should finish with no. And this is including me. You sit in my office, you don't like the answers you're getting, get your stuff, get up and walk out. They can't do anything about it. And that includes me, because they have to have written consent from you to file their taxes. And that's it. So again, you're not stuck. If you don't like the answer, feel free to go someplace else, even with me, because that's why I tell people you get a free, no obligation review. So I'll take a look at everything, tell you the numbers, and then I'm like, if you want to walk away, you don't owe me anything. That's how you got to do the business. You got to let people know they can trust you, and then they're not obligated to do anything. There's no pressure tactics. That's it.
Now that's what I like is the fact that you said that there's a no obligation review. If you don't like it, you can get up, you can walk away, and things like that. But I'm gonna tell you, yes, your ass is obligated to go to somebody correctly to get your stuff done. Because if Uncle Sam come knocking at your door, no, you cannot sleep at my house because they done evicted you, took all your money, and you owe all this. You can't come to my house. I'm just telling you that now. So you better go to somebody. Go to Mike. I'm telling you now. People, I say it every year. Who you getting your tax? Mike. Is that the same guy you went to last year? Yeah. Well, why you still go to him? Because I ain't stupid. I say it every year. Who you getting your tax? Mike. Same guy you went to last year? Yeah.
Oh, new clients, 25% off.
Y'all hear that? 25% off of new clients. Which means I'm about to bring at least 40, 50 people so I can get my refund paid for. That's just all I'm saying. Nah, y'all, but seriously, on a serious note, I've been trying to get him to come on. I've been trying to get him to come on my show for quite some time to let everybody know what's going on. All of his information and his link to all of his stuff is at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to leave it on this post and stuff. I'm going to repost this video later this week and all throughout tax time. I'm going to post his information on my page to let him know that I really do appreciate him. Like I said, I've been a client for almost 8 years and stuff. Ain't no excuses, y'all. If you need taxes done, please go to the Casey Tax Factory. His number's at the bottom of the screen and everything like that. So, Mike, you got any final words or anything like that you want to let all my viewers know? Because it's going to be a lot of people that see this.
They can call me with questions or anytime. And then, of course, once we touch base, like you can text on the website, you can also text the main number that's at the bottom. You can text that number as well, ask questions there. And to be honest, I tell people this, the advice is free. If you're doing your own taxes and you're like, I just need a little help, I don't mind doing that. I will not, however, give you advice to you to give somebody else to do your taxes. But other than that, I'm at your disposal. When you're ready to get your taxes done, come holler at me.
I'm going to be there in probably next week because I already got my W-2s downloaded. You know, I'm going to be there. Rain, sleet, or snow, I'm coming. I don't care what anybody say. I'm going to be right there at the KC Tax Factory. One of these days, I'll get a shirt. He might even sponsor my podcast. I'm just saying.
I got you.
All right, y'all. We're going to get out of here, man. I wanted to keep this short and sweet. I'm going to post all of his information.
I got it now. You done put me on there. I got to get you something now. I got you. I'm going to get you.
You got me? All right. So, listen, I'm trying to get sponsorships. You know, I'm going to post your logo on my backdrop on my next show. Just for you. So, I'm going to keep this short and sweet, y'all. This wasn't a planned show, but I've been wanting to get him on here. I'm going to post his information every week on my platforms.
I appreciate it.
So he'll know. So y'all know, please hit him up. He is one of the best in the business for advice. Call him, text him. Y'all know what it is. This is the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. Mike, just let us know how we can find you. Give us one more time your information, your address before we get up out of here.
All right. I'm at 12460 West 62nd Terrace in Shawnee, Kansas. I'm on the second floor. I'm in Suite A. Once you get there, I got a big sign out front. You can't miss it. The main number is 913-231-8255. 2638. The website is www.thecaseytaxfactory.com. All of my information is there. Call the number anytime, leave a message. If we're there, we'll answer. Like I said, I'm available anytime you need to reach me. Shoot me a message. I'll get back to you.
All
Oh,
right.
my hours Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, Saturday, 10 to 5. I'm closed on Sunday, but if we need to make special arrangements with somebody, we can do that.
All right, Mike, man, I appreciate you for coming on to the show, man. I really do, man. I'll be seeing you here in about a week or two. And from all my guests to you, thank you for coming on to the First Amendment Podcast, man. I truly do appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
All right, peace. All right, y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast, man, with my guy, Mike Reeves, man. I promise y'all, hit him up. He is hilarious. He is the guy. He is the tax man. He is who I go to for the last 8 darn years. So real quickly, I'm going to go through these comments real quick. Shout out to my man, Cloyd Miller, for tapping in. He always taps in with me every Tuesday. Every time I do a show, he comes on in. I'm going to pay some bills real quick. If you want to be a blessing to the show, hit me up at YouTube. I'm on YouTube at Dominique McKinney. I'm over here on Snapchat at Dominique29, on the Cash App at Nico42. I'm on the TikTok at Dominique41. On IG at Dominique29. Y'all know my co-hosts, Brenda Castleberry, Nikita Boo, and Bridget. They'll be back next week and stuff like that. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. 3 Cups, Healing, Kendra, Burnley, J. Alphonse. Y'all know I love them. They the nurses and stuff. They've been rocking with me for a while now. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. If you have any type of ideas for a show, a product that you want to do on, or you got a topic or subject, please DM me. You can catch me at all my social media platforms that I put on here. If you got something you want to talk about, hell, if you just want to come on to the show and make it happen, that's what we do, y'all. Shout out to the Chiefs because they still the team. They should have won. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, man, it's been a good day here. I'm going to keep this short and sweet right here. I know the show had a few little technical difficulties on there. Do apologize. Next time we'll make it brighter and bigger and better. So thank you to all my peoples, man. I love y'all dearly. Thank you for tuning into the First Amendment Let's Talk Tuesday podcast. And as I always say, peace.